Before we get started, I'd like to ask Police Chief Kenneth Ferranti to address us and provide a few remarks.
Thank you very much, Mayor. I'm honored and excited to be here today with our new Mayor, Ravi Bhalla, and we've been talking over the past few weeks. And today, his first executive order will be one that instills his commitment to community fairness. And we will be having a companion general order to our police department that we'll be disseminating this week. I congratulate the Mayor on his swearing in and this executive order. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chief. Good afternoon. I am pleased to be joined by Police Chief Kenneth Ferranti, Provisional Fire Chief Brian Crimmins, elected officials, and various faith and civic leaders today, as I sign this executive order declaring the City of Hoboken a fair and welcoming city, as my first official act as Hoboken's mayor. In doing so, we join other municipalities around the state and country in ensuring that Hoboken is a place where all who are ready, willing, and able to contribute to the welfare of our great city may freely do so. As you may be aware, the Hoboken we know and love was built by immigrants, and today it is sustained by immigrants. Immigrants from Holland, Ireland, Germany, Latin America, Italy, and other countries built the Hoboken we know today. The streets we walk on, the classic turn of the century homes we live in, the houses of worship we attend, and the beloved public monuments, parks, and waterfront that we all enjoy. Those immigrants then and those immigrants today chose Hoboken and chose America because they truly believed in the special words inscribed in the Statue of Liberty. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. Those special words, which brought the world to this nation above all others, are responsible for the prosperous Hoboken and America that we see today. They built Hoboken then, and they are building Hoboken now. They are our values as a community and as a nation. I'm sure many of you are wondering what it means to be a fair and welcoming city. Among other things, it means that the application of the law shall be equal in Hoboken, irrespective of immigration status. Second, it means that our police department shall not expend resources enforcing civil immigration law, unless required to do so by state or federal law or court order. This means that regardless of your immigration status, anyone helping making our city better will always be welcome here. When I think of Hoboken as a fair and welcoming city, I think of my friend and neighbor, Ron Batista, who's here today. I got to know Ron while we were both campaigning to be mayor in this last cycle. Ron came to this country and this city as an undocumented immigrant. He cleaned homes in Hoboken with his mother to support his family business. He graduated proudly from Hoboken High School. He earned a college degree in accounting and marketing without loans. He has led a nonprofit organization and now works as a professional in New York City. He has lived in Hoboken for almost 20 years, making our city a better place, and is now a U.S. citizen. He was an absolute gentleman and thoughtful debater during our mayoral campaign. Our city would have been poorer if he was not a part of it. He contributes to our city's well-being, and that's all that should matter in a fair and welcoming city. Like Ron's friends and neighbors in Hoboken, huge majorities of Americans are ready and waiting for federal immigration reform. Large majorities of Democrats and independents, and in some polls even a majority of Republicans, support some form of permanent status for hardworking neighbors who are unfairly living in the shadows. Until our federal government does the right thing, until the federal government once again lends true meaning to the values inherent in the words of the Statue of Liberty, at the local level, we can, and in Hoboken we will, do all we can to welcome those who make our communities better and our lives richer. Last but not least, I'm acutely aware that I ran for mayor to hold the line on taxes, upgrade our infrastructure, curb and end flooding, and improve our parks and quality of life. Those remain my top priorities. This executive order is within my powers as mayor, and I take it knowing that a city which welcomes all is much more likely to achieve those local priorities. They reinforce each other, simply put. Hoboken was and will continue to be built and improved like America by immigrants. Thank you. I will now sign this executive order, and then Chief Ferranti and I will take questions. And we're here to take questions.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Happy New Year. Congratulations one more time. Now, I just wanted to ask, obviously, this executive order says a fair and welcoming community here in Hoboken. We've seen in neighboring Union City and also Jersey City and other parts of the state that they've declared themselves sanctuary cities. So could you just tell me the difference between what we have here in Hoboken versus the sanctuary cities in a place like Jersey City, Union City, Newark, et cetera?
Sure. The term sanctuary city is not legally defined, and it takes different forms in different jurisdictions across the state and the country. So what we're here to do today is sign a legally binding executive order declaring Hoboken as a fair and welcoming municipality. The term sanctuary city, while vague, is different from what we're doing here today, which is very clearly delineated in the law and in the substance of this executive order. I discussed some of it here today, and the full text of our executive order and the police directive this week will be forthcoming.
Does this change anything, and if so, what, about exactly how the law is carried out and how things are done? But for example, what's changed? What's going to be done differently tomorrow than was done yesterday as a result of this order?
Well, a couple things. First, this is an important reaffirmance of our values, not just in Hoboken, but in New Jersey under our state constitution and under the Constitution of the United States. One thing that we're very cognizant of is that immigrants, sometimes undocumented, are not treated equally under the law. And it's very important under our Constitution in New Jersey and the country that we reaffirm that whether you're documented or undocumented, the application of the law will be equal to all. So in implementing this policy, we are formally designating what's enshrined in our Constitution, and more specifically making sure that at the local level, we have a strict policy to make sure that our local tax money is not diverted away from law enforcement priorities for the police chief at the local and state level, and spent with respect to enforcing immigration laws. So that is some of the substance of the executive order and how it makes it different from what we have here today.
There's provisions in the 2008 state guidelines from the AG, specific instances where law enforcement on a local level has to notify immigration authorities.
Correct.
Is that still going to be done under this order? Or?
The Attorney General guidelines speak for themselves. This order is not going to interfere or contradict the AG guidelines in any way. I know Chief Ferranti is very cognizant of those AG guidelines. We are working right now with the American Civil Liberties Union, Director Sinha, as well as the state of New Jersey with the governor's office to make sure that we have the opportunity to address some of those concerns and possibly make some reforms at the state level as well. Okay, we will wrap this up. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here and for this historic occasion. And we are very proud as a community, as a city. And I personally am very, very happy that this is my first act as mayor here in Hoboken. There's going to be a ceremony at 2 o'clock at Hoboken High School. Everyone is welcome to that as well. Thank you very much.